morning everyone. Once again today we are back on the video session of your teaching, right? So as let us go back to the little bit of revision of the previous topic. As in the previous video we had spoken about the evolution and the relativity between the evolution and heredity. So what was evolution? In short, we will just go with it that evolution means nothing but the gradual change, or just normally the change taking place from the previous generation while moving towards the next generation with little bit of modifications in those characters. With the example, if I have to say, the example is of the monkeys. Earlier people, today's human was a monkey or a ape as we call it scientifically in the previous ancient time. But today we are modified with the intellect knowledge, with the body structure and internal body structure as well, and become a knowledgeable or an intellect human being, right? That is the best example which will explain that evolution has been taking place from the very ancient time till today, and hereafter also the evolution will go on taking place. Now at the end of the video I had also told you about that we will be discussing about the next topic, that even if evolution we know according to the definition or according to the book, but there are some things which needed to be proved. We just cannot blindly believe on whatever is being explained. We need some proof that it will be explaining whether it has occurred or not, or it will confirm that the incident has been occurred or not. So today from this fresh video we will be discussing about what are the different theories which are explained or which have been told in order to prove that evolution has been taking place from earlier times till today. Okay, so there are number of theories which have been mentioned in your syllabus, but some of the main theories which we are going to study is, the first theory is, that is Big Bang theory. After that slowly we will move on towards in our next videos about different theories given by different scientists in their point of view. So today we will go with the first theory of evolution, that is the Big Bang theory, which explains that rather it consists the principle of the origination of the universe from a very single point to today what we see the universe is, right? So what is the main principle of Big Bang, or why is it said as Big Bang? Big Bang means what? As we know, commonly if you relate, Big Bang, bang means what? A hit, we can say, a sudden jerk, what we know, right? Jerk means what? In Hindi or Marathi, commonly if I have to say, a dhakka kind of thing, shock or tremor. Okay, so Big Bang means that is what is a Big Bang. That is a sudden tremor, sudden jerk or sudden dhakka kind of thing which suddenly made or created something what we call today as universe, which includes of different concepts, different features, different factors in itself, be it a non-living, that is biotic factor or abiotic factor including them, right? The first point, if you see in the Big Bang theory, that is the theory about how universe began. As I said, the theory which explains about how the universe began. Yes, I will say it, we use it as a part of proof, but it does not confirmly prove with the valid solid proof. It is just stated. On these statements we do have to believe to understand what is evolution or how it has taken place. As first point says, it is the theory about how universe began. Now as we know, different stories, if you go, as I said in the previous video also, if you go Christian tradition wise, they say that their God has created the universe in 6 days, by day creating different concepts, right from the complex one to the simplest or the sorted ones, right? Then Hindus also have their own mythical stories, even other traditions or other cultures have their own mythical stories. So same way this theory proves that how did universe began? Okay, in the beginning universe was nothing but just a solid central mass. Okay, a solid. When I have to go back a little bit towards geography, right? So if you see the structure of our earth, right? Now I was talking about universe and then I'm coming to the earth. I'm just giving you an example to understand in a better way. If you see the structure of earth, earth is divided into three structures, three layers, right? Mantle, and the central part is the core. So core, as we know, it is a hot solid center part of the earth. Same way our universe, according to this theory, had a center point, a center mass which was very hot, a hot boiling mass, and nothing else was there in the universe. Later, at some point it says that, or it states that at some point that hot ball or hot mass or hot center point bursted upon and formed different forms. It scattered everywhere and it found their own replicants in the different regions. And that is how today's universe has been evolved. According to this theory, they stated the same. Second one, if you say, universe started with a small singularity. As I said, it was nothing but the single mass. So it is said that it started with a small singularity point. At a point in the beginning, universe was a central single point. It scattered, it bursted, and it produced its own replicants all over the around itself, around its surrounding. And that is why it is stated that it started with a small singularity. The next point, if you see, its principle idea is that universe expands. Same thing, if you see all the points, they relate to each other, right? It is saying that it expands, because it has a solid single mass, it scattered, it spread itself everywhere, it created its own replicants. That is what it is expanding. Something, when it is single, when do we say it is grown? If I give you an example of a rubber band, okay, simple rubber band, as you know, its property, main property is, or basic property is elasticity. We call it as rubber band because it stretches itself, and that property is known as elasticity. Why do we say that it follows elasticity? Because it stretches, it expands itself, right? From a single point, it grows when it expands. Same way, universe underwent the growth when it expanded from a single point. It expanded to form a huge universe, which includes today a lot of biotic and abiotic factors. Coming to the next point, the theory of origin, that is the Big Bang theory, is based on the general relativity theory given by Einstein. Albert Einstein, we are all familiar with, a famous person rather. So Albert Einstein's theory was what? Albert Einstein explained the theory of relativity. Now what did that theory of relativity say? As a name, if I have to say, according to the name, if we go, theory of relativity, or just the word you consider relativity. Relativity means what? Relating something with something to prove something. Now you may be saying, ma'am is using so much of something. Why something? At random, for your better understanding, I would say, if I take one thing to relate with another one, if I relate myself with my parents, then I understand that I am resembling my parents, right? But when I am relating myself to my parents, I need some relation. I am relating it, I am comparing it, and then I do understand that I am resembling my parents. Same thing, the theory or the principle of relativity theory given by Einstein stated that we will not go for the Einstein's theory. We will use this theory, or we will relate this theory with Big Bang theory. Big Bang theory used the principle of relativity. It randomly related something. It related that there was a mass of hot gases, and that bursted upon, and then it scattered. We related it compared to the today's condition and the previous condition. Previous condition, we can say just imagination or explanation based on the imagination, is what is relativity. Hence, it is said that Big Bang theory also had the application or used the principle or the basis of relativity theory given by Einstein. From all this, I hope you might have understood what is Big Bang theory. So in short, at the end, as a summary part, if I have to ask you, or better understanding if we have to go for that, how do you understand, how do you remember what is Big Bang theory in one word or in one statement? Big Bang theory is nothing but the theory which explains that universe originated from a very singular point, that is a hot center point, later scattered and formed different forms. That is what is given by the Big Bang theory. In the next video, we shall discuss about the second theory given by one of our scientists. Thank you.